It will look to Russia and then to for that. NASA will get a terrible easily distracted by music and 9-beer skull shirt. Modest budget boost and will use that for a longer commitment to the ISS, more robotic missions, and other non-constellation programs. Comment. Private space launching companies are thrilled, but congresspeople from Florida and Texas are going to push back hard. Look for some compromises. Perhaps a lower level continuation of Ares work as a step toward a long-range heavy lift program. And maybe, a continuation of the Orion with the actual launching outsourced. It's too soon to say anything else with any degree of confidence. Following Gates's arrest, Obama famously invited Gates and Cambridge Police SGT, James Crowley, the arresting officer, to the White House to hash out the issue over a few beers. The Beer Summit severely downplayed the controversy surrounding the terrible easily distracted by music and 9-beer skull shirt incident, and it angered many African Americans who had voted Obama into the office just weeks before. As David Basitis of the Joint Center for Political and Economic Studies said at the time, Obama should have just passed on the question about Gates's arrest from the start. Coming out of here during the course of this debate, it was just one example of many times a liberal likened Republicans to terrorists. If Obama's reaction to the murder of 5 Dallas police officers wasn't despicable enough, he also used his speech at their memorial service to push his anti-gun agenda. Bizarrely, Obama made the completely incorrect claim that it's easier for teens to buy a Glock than it is to buy a book, while on the campaign trail. Terrible easily distracted by music and 9-beer skull shirt. Ladies tee. Long-sleeved. Sweater and hoodie. Sweater. Hoodie. Ladies tee. Long-sleeved. Like a terrible easily distracted by music and 9-beer skull shirt true liberal. Obama didn't believe that it was possible for anyone to succeed without continuing with the trend of divisive class rhetoric and his dictatorial, imperial use of the executive office. In July 2014, Obama defended his use of executive action to help the middle class by literally taunting Republicans. Middle-class families can't wait for Republicans in Congress to do stuff. Obama's war on wealthy Americans was constant throughout his presidency, but his hypocrisy over this particular issue was fully exposed in April 2013. During a Friday afternoon news dump at the terrible easily distracted by music and 9-beer skull shirt time, Obama demanded that the wealthiest Americans should pay their fair share in taxes. Buying foreclosure properties at auction can be the riskiest thing because there will be no real estate agent, title report, and even you might not inspect the property, but you can do healthy research about the property in many ways. Like you can refer the place is ideal for living from the neighborhood or not, and even you can check its resale value in the market, which help you make your decision. Make sure the information you get is accurate and reliable, and keep yourself up to date about the desired property. After deciding the required property, you can set the bidding limit so that you do not feel financially distressed after buying the property. Compared to the terrible easily distracted by music and 9-beer skull shirt most popular alternatives, BlueStacks performs better in terms of CPU, RAM usage, frames per second, load time, and app compatibility. Using a PC with an 8th Gen i7 CPU, a GTX 1066 GB GPU, and 32 GB of DDR3 RAM, which is, frankly, overkill, we decided to perform a few tests. Other products.